This smart fox attacks the flock of wild geese, determines the target, and the chase begins. While biting the tail of this goose's tail, it does not allow it to take off. As you can see, the fox managed to stop the goose, and now it is clear that it is won. This lucky predator drags the prey into the bushes. It's time to take a look at these mountain sheep. In order to prevent another male from approaching the female, the ram used a very tricky maneuver and pushed a relative off a steep cliff. The unlucky ram fell down with the stones, but as we can see, everything is fine with it, so it is alive and well. This smart cat has ambushed a pigeon sitting on a pigeon house. It easily managed to catch the bird. In a matter of seconds, it jumped off with its teeth to the ground. Suddenly, it had to deal with a very unpleasant surprise. This dog is a real defender of pigeons, so it attacked the cat and forced it to release the bird. I don't think it's gonna come back here. This leopard almost completely climbed into the hole in the hope of pulling out the warthog, but a hyena came running to the screams and bit its tail. The hunt has failed, and the warthog was really happy to have such a savior. One night, this man heard strange noises from a sewer near the road and decided to look inside with his camera. Incredibly, there was a real battle of the otter with a shocked raccoon. As soon as the man scared off the otter, it immediately dragged the raccoon into the pipe, so there was no chance of surviving it. This pack of 4 angry dogs decided to attack a small kitten, but the brave mother cat was right there. It attacked the dogs with all its might, scratched their noses, and disappeared. This pack of cheetahs attacked the baby zebra and knocked it to the ground. Mother zebra was not going to stand aside, so it began to bite and trample the wildcats with its hooves. It worked, the cheetahs were scared away, and the baby was saved. This elephant came to the watering hole to calmly drink water. You can see how it quenches its thirst and enjoys it, but it's hard to believe what happened next. This crazy crocodile attacks the elephant's leg from the water. It looks like it managed to hook its leg with its teeth, after which the elephant runs away in complete panic. An hour later, 3 elephants came to drink water at the same place, and this bloodthirsty crocodile attacked again. It looks like this is its swamp, and it doesn't let anyone drink in peace. Now this cheetah is clearly trying to find something on the edge of the pond. At the same time, it definitely did not expect that a crocodile was hiding in this swamp. The wild cat was lucky. Its lightning-fast instincts allowed it to avoid these sharp and strong jaws. This smart lynx approached 2 stupid rabbits who were nibbling grass and were not going to run away. You can witness a very spectacular attack, and the rabbit ends up in the teeth of a predator. Now take a look at 2 cheetahs that are chasing a small pack of impalas in Kruger Park in South Africa. Suddenly, one of the predators almost caught up with its prey, but the frightened animal crashed into a car with tourists at full speed. Even though it could have died from such a blow, it actually saved its life. The cheetahs were scared of the car and tourists, but the impala seemed to be fine after the impact. It just walks away. For eagles, catching fish is only half the task. Then the main thing is to fly safely into the nest with prey, because the fish can simply be stolen on the way. The night camera filmed how the mother deer cowardly ran away, leaving its cub to the cougar. What will happen to it next is clear to everyone. Three water goats decided to feast on juicy grass and some dried up swamp, but it turned out to be a very dangerous place. The crocodile appeared out of nowhere and grabbed the goat right in the nose. But this time, luck was on the goat's side, and it managed to escape. Now you can see how an eagle protects its prey from a hawk. It turned over and put out its claws to protect itself, so the hawk immediately realized that it would not work. This is the first time I've seen this. This African eagle attacked a baby gazelle and lifted it into the air, trying to fly away with it. It's good that the gazelle's mother managed to make it in time, so it attacked and scared off the feathered predator. The battle of two horses with hooves ended with a super throw on the back. Such a technique is really in the style of MMA. Now take a look at this winter moment of the groundhog's battle with the ferret, with a very unexpected ending. The animals were fighting without paying attention to the people filming when suddenly a fox appeared in the background. The smart fox immediately took advantage of the situation and attacked. The surprised ferret quickly ran away, but the groundhog was less lucky, so it was carried away to be eaten later. This hare jumped out of the grass right between two wolves, and it would seem that it had nowhere to run, but it did an incredible trick and jumped over the wolf. The predators are shocked. Next is the Cory bustard, which is also thirsty, and no wildebeest can stop it. When the wildebeest came closer, the bustard spread its wings trying to scare the opponent, but the antelope just passed by. A herd of these wildebeests came to the water. These small kids have no will to wait for their turn to drink some water, so the adult antelope quickly taught the little kid a lesson. This man was driving a car behind these cows at night and witnessed a lion attack on one of them. The lion coped very quickly and dragged the prey into the bushes. This moment of the wolf attack on the moose was captured by a car surveillance camera in 2020 in Idaho. Two adult wolves are trying to knock the moose down. However, when they see the car, the wolves leave the poor creature and run away into the forest. People stayed at this place for 20 minutes, saw the moose limping, and left. I'm sure that the wolves were watching from the forest, and they did not miss their prey. This pack of wild dogs is a force that even such a brave hunter as a leopard is afraid of. It can handle one or two easily, but it can't fight against the pack. It has to hide in a tree. This poor lioness with a small cub was also attacked by these small pirates. They made this poor creature dizzy and started biting it. It's good that the kid realized in time and hid in the neighboring thickets. It was the only way it could escape. The lioness didn't even know who to attack. It just growled and defended itself. It's good that the dogs have lost interest in it. Now we have another incredible moment captured on camera. People in Myrtle Beach were stunned by the sight of an eagle holding a rather large shark in its claws. The bird was hovering high above the beach, and the shark was still moving while trying to escape. I'm sure this video was not edited. What do you think? In this winter pond, the otter managed to catch a fish, but the wolf immediately noticed it and decided to take away its prey. The otter disappeared under the water in time, but the wolf did not run away and continued to attempt to steal the delicious fish. As you can see, it succeeded very soon. To be honest, this is the first time I've seen such incredible footage of a group of killer whales hunting. To defeat a big whale, killer whales attack it from all sides, causing great damage. I'm sure that after several hours of such attacks, the whale will have no chance of salvation. Male rhinos dislike other cubs very much, and if they also get in the way, they can definitely attack with all their fury. This one literally flew into the air, but it was lucky to escape unharmed. Here is a similar moment, but the baby is much smaller. After the male attacked it, its mother rushed to its defense. What a violent family showdown! The wolf was sniffing around this pond for a reason. At the right moment, it jumps into the water and almost immediately catches a beaver. This is real hunting. Today is a very good day for a wolf. This marten chases the squirrel around the tree, but catching the prey is not so easy. These chases around the trunk can make one dizzy, but when the squirrel realized that it was almost caught, it jumped off the tree and immediately found itself in the fangs of a predator. Now, take a look at another night shot. One of the elephants pulled a crocodile right onto the land with its trunk. What a successful fishing! Two pigeons were calmly drinking water on the riverbank, but the camera caught an attack on them by a predatory buzzard. In slow motion, it can be seen that it almost managed to catch the prey, but this time, the pigeon escaped. This is how desperately the mother warthog attacks the leopard, which runs away and hides in a tree with its cub in its teeth. As you can guess, both predator and prey are safe. Now we have a young male Indian antelope who engages in a fight with an older male for the right to mate with one of the females. It will have to rely on its strength and energy to defeat an experienced veteran of such battles. This time, the victory belongs to the young. When your neighbor's cat gets into your yard, your chickens are in danger. This black predator is lucky today. The attack of two lions on the burrow of warthogs turned out to be very successful. Each of the lions received its own personal warthog. Take a look at this amazing fight between two crazy kookaburras over a lizard. The moment was filmed in Australia. The restaurant cook heard a noise on the street, and when he looked out, he saw how two kookaburras were holding one lizard on the antenna. In addition, one bird was just hanging on it. The bird spent about 4 minutes in this state, and no one wanted to give up the tasty prey. In the end, the bird that was sitting on the antenna ran out of strength, and it let go of the lizard. So the hanging bird's tactics worked. The lioness was quietly relaxing with its babies when suddenly an evil warthog appeared. It began to show aggression towards the lioness. Just look at it. It attacks bravely, and the lioness quickly realizes that it is messing with the wrong opponent. The wild pig showed its temper and calmly ran away. These pigs were not so brave. They were too slow and did not notice the approach of danger. One warthog quickly ended up in the lion's fangs. After installing such a high fence, people were sure that their sheep would be safe, but it turned out that wolves climb perfectly. The sheep was successfully caught, but it was not possible to film how it would get out with such prey. Safari tourists managed to capture the incredible chase of a cheetah after an antelope. The antelope is panicking, and it clearly has navigation issues, so it crashes into the bumper of an SUV with tourists at full speed. The cheetah was lucky since this prey was too easy. This kudu antelope is peacefully and calmly drinking water, but I think that everyone has already guessed what is going to happen now. This time, the attack turned out to be a real failure. While walking near this building, this lynx has discovered something and is confidently approaching its prey. Now it is the moment of the attack. The squirrel is trying to escape to a tree, but it's all useless. The lynx has successfully caught its prey. In India, an attack by wild dogs on a deer was filmed right on the roadway. The poor deer defended itself, but all attempts to escape were unsuccessful. This video trap set in the forest captured a bear who, while walking, noticed a newborn baby deer under a tree. The bear could not refuse such a free breakfast. During the attack of the hawk, the rabbit turned out to be very smart. It realized that one can only hide from such a predator under a bush, and as you can see, this tactic works. The hawk could not catch the rabbit. Now we have a beautiful, successful hunting of a lioness who tracked down a water buck in the bushes. This video trap captured an incredible lynx attack on a gray heron. This heron certainly did not expect this, and it will not be able to escape from a predatory cat. This incredible footage of wolves hunting deer has been captured on a night surveillance camera. Predators have piled up their prey right in front of the camera lens. Now the whole pack will have something to eat. Walking through a winter forest, a man came across a lynx with a fox in its teeth. The lynx was scared of the man filming and backed away, but it was not going to leave the fox. These dogs decided to bark at the snow leopard, but the predatory cat does not even pay attention to the stupid animals and continues to do its business. Get ready for a real thriller. This impudent hyena easily took away an impala from a leopard who could do nothing and just watched as its prey was carried away. As you can see, the impala turned out to be very tasty for two more predators. These crocodiles were right there. The hyena tried with all its might to drag the prey away, but in the end, it could not cope with this task. So the victory belongs to the crocodiles. The buffalo accidentally strayed from its herd and was attacked by a pride of lions. The buffalo quickly realized that only animals from the herd could save it from the bites of these predators, and it began to run towards them. The tactic worked, so the cats had no chance to win. This mother antelope is desperately attacking the hyena that attacked its baby. The bloodthirsty hyena was not one of the timid ones and did not pay any attention to these attacks. The antelope could not save its cub. The gray heron has a very successful fishing today, and a large pike is quickly sent entirely to the bird's belly. It is not clear why the hippos left the baby alone in this dried up swamp. Perhaps they went to look for the best places to live, but they simply forgot about the baby. The little hippo was immediately attacked by hyenas, and it did not have long to live. This moment was filmed in Italy. The wolf was trying to approach the fox for more than a minute. Luck was on the fox's side. It noticed the wolf at the last second, and after a short chase, the wolf realized that it would not be able to catch up with the red beast. Now we have another short attack by a killer whale on a sea lion. After such a blow with the tail, the prey will not go anywhere. In this video, we can witness a Tibetan fox and a bear hunting for wall creepers in the Himalayas. As always, the fox is more cunning. It waits for the bear to do all the hard work of digging up the frozen ground, and when it leaves without prey, it attacks the wall creepers on the surface at the right moment. This stupid tiger decided to approach the elephant. It thought of attacking, but from a close distance, it immediately realized that the prey was too strong to deal with. This elephant drove it away quickly. The next day, the most terrible thing happened. This wolf noticed the little bison and immediately attacked it. After a short fight, a miracle happened. Its mother came to the baby's aid and saved it from the predator. Now we have another very similar moment. This herd of bison swims across the river, but they're already being watched by wolves. The smallest one took a long time to get ashore and fell a little behind. It was a fatal mistake. The wolf was right there. It attacked and strangled the baby very quickly. When its mother returned, it was already too late. Now let's take a look at the vast plain in Zambia. This is a real hunting ground for wild dogs, and today they hunt wildebeest. This is incredible helicopter footage in which you see how a pack of wild dogs attacked an entire herd of wildebeest. Predators use teamwork and strategy, and they manage to isolate their prey from the herd. Right at the highest speed, the dog started biting the antelope from behind, and this caused it to stop. After such a mistake, it has no chance of salvation anymore. Now we have another incredibly interesting moment. This bald eagle attacks a duck. The predator firmly grabs it with its claws and does not rush to take off. The tactic is to drown the duck so that it resists less. So it held it underwater for about a minute and a half until its relatives came to the rescue of the duck. They scared off the predator, but it was already too late. The eagle is not going to fly away just like that, so it starts circling to pick up prey. The ducks defended themselves, but after several attempts, the eagle caught and carried off its prey. While the herds of bison and deer gradually weaken from cold and frost, only one animal becomes stronger. This is the wolf. Deer chased by a pack of wolves have almost no chance of escape. The wolves easily catch up with them. This smart fox decided to play with the big Kangal dog on a chain. The dog was smart enough to understand that it could not get the fox, and the cunning thief kept a safe distance. However, it could not reach the bull with food. This giraffe with a small cub attracted the attention of a pack of cheetahs. As you can see, they thought they would easily eat this poor kid. As soon as the wildcats attacked, the baby got up and the giraffe rushed to the defense. The cheetahs did not succeed, so they had no chance against such a giant. Now we have another fight. This large pack of hungry wild dogs is attacking a small wildebeest. It has nowhere to run. It gets into a swamp and a fight immediately unfolds. The dogs have surrounded the poor creature and are starting to attack and bite more and more boldly. Then they manage to knock the antelope off its feet, and now nothing will help it. Now we have a moment that you've probably already seen, but I couldn't help but add it to this video. This eagle attacks a small white goat. The baby tries to escape, but nothing works out. The eagle takes off with its still living prey and takes it to its nest. Take a look at one of the dolphins holding a fish in its mouth. It could never think that such a small shark would swim up from behind and bite its tail. The dolphin released the fish, which this shark immediately attacked to take a bigger bite. This wolf approached the wolverine, which immediately rushed to the defense of its burrow. The predators attacked several times, and the wolf realized that it had attacked the wrong one. This wolverine confidently defended its territory. Now we have a video from a thermal imaging camera. These stoats hunt either wild ducks or their eggs. Suddenly, another predator appears in the frame. It's a fox. Today, it does not intend to chase ducks. It was lucky to catch a stoat, and it leaves with prey in its teeth. The predators managed to take the smallest one from the herd. Its mother came to the rescue, but there were too many dogs. They attacked from different sides, so the buffalo did not even have time to figure out who to attack. At that time, the dogs bit the baby and tried to drive away the formidable mother. In the end, it realized that it couldn't do anything and just ran away. Now we have a similar moment in winter, a battle between the eagle and the fox. The fox turned out to be lucky. It actively resisted, so it managed to escape. Take a look at another attack on the fox. The eagle attacked it 2 times, but the third attack was the most successful. The fox was finally in its claws. However, the victim is not going to give up and actively bites the eagle's paws. The tactic worked, the predator released the victim, and the fox was lucky and survived. At this moment, this European pine marten attacked some kind of African cat that looked very similar to a small leopard. After a short battle, the victory was for the marten, and it carried it away in its fangs. Now we have the leopard, who took revenge on the marten for its relatives. But the eagle doesn't care about their showdown. It sees 2 juicy pieces of meat and attacks. The second male does not seem to understand what is happening and begins to jump towards the eagle, which strangles its friend with its claws. It was a mistake. The eagle realized that for such impudence, it was necessary to bring down the second one. It was a super hunt, 1 attack and 2 prey. This heron caught a large snake, but it does not intend to give up just like that. It clings to any opportunity to escape and wraps its tail around the leg of a bird of prey. Later, the heron still managed to get rid of the snake's grip, so nothing would help it anymore. Now we have a lone wolf who, because of hunger, risked attacking a huge herd of reindeer alone. This case was filmed in Arctic Canada. You can see how the wolf has accelerated and is chasing hundreds of deer, which are running away in a real panic. It only needs to choose one. This is that happy moment for the wolf. As you can see, it grabs a fairly large deer by the hind leg. At first, I did not believe that a wolf could take down such a large animal alone, but it understands perfectly well that such a chance should not be missed. At the first opportunity, the wolf grabs the deer by the neck. As a result, the deer falls, and a well-deserved victory for the wolf. Now we have a really exciting sight. This is a real dramatic moment with a poor impala. This impala, escaping from wild African dogs, jumps into the water and swims to the other side of the lake. But they are already running after it along the shore. Now get ready for an interesting turn of events. The impala jumps into the water again, which angered the hippo very much. But it manages to escape and swim back to shore. Here, the dogs are waiting for it, so the poor impala doesn't know what to do. In addition, this huge crocodile is also swimming towards it. While having such a huge list of predators, it fell victim to some fish that look like catfish. This is definitely the unluckiest impala in the world. These are scary-looking marabou storks. They caught a small catfish, but they were in no hurry to eat it, so they decided to play with the prey. But the eagle does not understand such games. It appears out of nowhere, drives away the stork, catches and takes away its fish. What a thief! In these shots, a wild lynx climbed onto a fence post. Then it jumps up somewhere, and after a few seconds, it appears with a pigeon in its teeth. This pack of wolves was able to circle many deer. This time, the gray hunters chose the largest male. Smart predators are well aware that at the end of the winter, deer weaken due to lack of food, and even these huge and heavy horns on their heads are useless. So they saw an easy prey in the poor deer and began the chase. A few minutes later, the wolves caught up with their victim and successfully knocked it to the ground. What a successful hunt! Take a look at this Indian tiger, which has already tracked down something and is approaching it. After the attack, the tiger is already squeezing a rather large wild boar with its teeth. Here is an incredible moment of hunting wild dogs who use their favorite hunting tactics. They surrounded a pregnant impala in a small lake, preventing it from getting out of the water. Predators know that sooner or later their prey will get tired of swimming, and then it's a matter of technique. You can see that the bravest dog is just tired of waiting. It rushes at the impala in the water and begins to pull it ashore. There is no chance of salvation. Then the unique footage that was captured by a random person. The man was just filming seagulls on the lake when suddenly a bald eagle appeared and began its hunt. The first attack is unsuccessful, but the eagle does not give up and goes to the second round. The second attack is unsuccessful again, but the seagull does not understand the danger and continues to stay on the water. The eagle didn't miss the third time. It grabs its food and takes it away. Now it is time for an attack on the cone snail, which is one of the most venomous creatures in the world. By using its harpoon, it immobilizes the fish, after which it immediately swallows it whole. It looks like a scene from a horror movie. Now take a look at the irreconcilable enemies of wild dogs. These are hyenas, who constantly interfere and take away food. It is because of such arrogance that wild dogs really dislike hyenas, and at every opportunity, a fight begins between them. You can see how a pack of wild dogs protects their food from two hungry spotted hyenas. I think the hyenas quickly realized that they would not be able to take away the food. If you didn't know, eagles are not only successful hunters on land and in the sky, but they are also super fishermen and are able to catch large fish right from the surface of the water. Here are the most interesting moments of eagle fishing. Male marmots really like to fight for a female, and they often do it right on the roadway. These battles don't seem violent, and they look pretty cute and funny. Next is the winter hunting of wolves for a hare. Having discovered the hare, the wolves begin the chase and very quickly catch their prey. This is another even more epic moment of wolves hunting a hare. To feed the growing puppies and feed the whole pack, predators need large prey. In this desert, even a hare becomes the most coveted trophy for wolves. Even though a hare can accelerate up to 60 kilometers per hour, wolves are ready to run after it for a very long time. The pack must hunt as a whole, since it is the only way they can catch up and catch a fast hare. Giving birth to a baby buffalo in such a dangerous area with a bunch of monitor lizards was not the best idea. Now the buffalo will have to drive away huge lizards from the newborn cub for a long time. This peacefully sleeping jackal did not expect this, but for a leopard, this is definitely the easiest prey it has ever hunted.